Parousia 2. Should a choice involving eternity be made at the hour of death? Should a choice involving eternity be made at the hour of death? I would say the key is there. Finally, when we look at this Jacob's ladder, which goes up to heaven, the first rung is earthly life. We learn of our own poverty there and then, that we are either atheists or believers, that we know Christ deeply. We discover there that He is hiding. There are times of misery, times of joy too. But normally one should come out of this life with at least a modest heart. And for those who have learned the most, a heart that loves Christ and loves his neighbor. Second stage, the passage of death, is a time of wandering, which normally should not be long, which can be prolonged for people who have died too suddenly. For example, and continue to learn there to have a broken heart. They die there internally because it is so long, and obviously it is to arrive at the objective of all this, the path by which every man must take, the appearance of Christ in all his glory, who shows, who explains all this, who explains his gospel to those who had not heard of it, and who tells it again, but in an absolutely alive manner to those who had heard it before. This is where he explains that there is a choice to be made, a choice between two things, two paths. A man faced with such confrontation will not be able to choose anything else. Either he chooses Christ, and as St. Augustine once summarized it, the eternal city that Christ built, and he says, it is the city of the choice of the love of God and of neighbor pushed to the point of self-contempt. He uses the word contempt, and that means this absolute death to oneself. There is only the other who counts, and suddenly we find ourselves, it is the eternal beatitude that we have in addition, but we do not go looking for it directly. We are looking for God and the neighbor, and obviously there can't be just one choice. It's like being in love, it's a marriage, and therefore there has to be a possibility, a realistic possibility of another life form, and the another choice, says St. Augustine, the city of the enemies of God who choose self-love pushed to contempt for God and of one's neighbor. And it is also a possible choice. We can say that everything we did during our earthly life in the passage of death, all of this disposes you to choose what will be our eternal choice. Our selfishness in us pushes us towards the choice of hell, our pride even more, and our generosity, all acts of goodness, even human ones, even non-Christian acts, impels us to recognize Christ and to come to Him. So at this moment of the appearance of Christ, this choice is not a second chance, far from it. It is the unique earthly life which at its crowning in the parousia of Christ, which will lead to this choice of our soul. We see how everything is coherent, everything fits together, and that there is no break to be made between the various levels of the bar. Although we often believe that earthly life is complete, and this, as demonstrated, is not the case.